Tyrese Gibson sues Home Depot for $1 M. Cites violation of Civil Rights Act. Fast and Furious. Star Tyrese Gibson claimed to experience consumer racial profiling at retail giant. Tyrese Gibson filed a $1 million complaint against the Home Depot in a Los Angeles court Wednesday, citing a violation of the Unruh Civil Rights Act in addition to negligent hiring, supervision, and or retention. Gibson, along with his associates, Mora and Manuel Hernandez, claimed to experience outrageous discriminatory mistreatment and consumer racial profiling in February while shopping at one of the retail locations in West Hills, California, in documents obtained by Fox News Digital. A representative for the Home Depot responded to the lawsuit in a statement provided to Fox News Digital. Diversity and respect for all people are core to who we are, and we do not tolerate discrimination in any form, the representative said. We value Mr. Gibson as a customer, and in the months since this happened, we've reached out to him and his attorneys several times to try to resolve his concerns. We will continue to do so. A statement shared with Fox News Digital, Gibson said, Craftsman Mora Hernandez are an integral part of my team and have made significant contributions to my visions for over a decade. Together, we ardently uphold our commitments to civil rights, promoting empathy and understanding. Standing united against organizations like the Home Depot, we envision a world free from discriminatory practices and consumer racial profiling. Just as I have done for the past 20+ years, I pledge to continue to utilize my platform to empower the voiceless, fostering a spirit of unity and hope while illuminating our shared path forward. Gibson is one of the most recognizable Black actors and musicians in the United States, according to the documents. While plaintiffs attempted to make an in-store purchase, store clerks purposely interfered with and refused to process the transaction based on their groundless suspicion of Gibson and Hernandez arising from their skin color, and in the case of Mora and Hernandez, their national origin as well, the suit stated. Additionally, the Home Depot has refused to take any responsibility for discriminating against Gibson, Mora, and Hernandez, or to acknowledge the pain, humiliation, and anguish caused by the company. Instead, the Home Depot doubled down, lawyered up, and treated Gibson, Mora, and Hernandez and what happened to them as not worthy of any due consideration, instead inferring that they are the problem. In short, the Home Depot invited this civil rights lawsuit. Gibson, Mora, and Hernandez alleged they approached the cashier's registers together to complete the purchase of materials for a project at Gibson's residence. Fast and Furious franchise star claimed to have purchased no less than $1 million worth of materials from the company through the years as a longtime customer at the Home Depot. During a very slow scanning process, Gibson was approached by shoppers who recognized him and, not wanting to cause a commotion, Gibson left the store and waited in his vehicle in the parking lot. He communicated to the cashier that he would proceed to the parking lot and that Mora and Hernandez would be completing the purchase transaction with his credit card, according to the documents. The cashier acknowledged Gibson and said he understood. Gibson asked the cashier if the cashier needed anything further from him to complete the transaction. The cashier said no, and that Gibson could leave. However, when Mora and Hernandez presented Gibson's credit card to pay for the materials, the cashier refused to complete the purchase transaction. Mora and Hernandez attempted to use FaceTime video with Gibson appearing on the phone to gain authorization for the purchase. The cashier refused to complete the transaction. Documents stated, Gibson returned to the inside of the store, again authorized payment, and asked why the cashier refused the transaction. He also asked to speak with the store manager. The cashier gave no reasonable explanation other than repeating store policies and demanded to see a form of identification. The manager refused to speak with Gibson in person, The suit stated that only after significant heated discussion with the cashier that Gibson was finally able to complete the transaction. The suit asserted the actions of the cashier and manager were discriminatory based on race and origin. There is no other plausible explanation for the mistreatment of plaintiffs, the suit stated. The transaction was refused, despite Gibson's repeated authorizations, because of plaintiff's skin color and, in the case of Mora and Hernandez, also because of their national origin. This is a clear and deplorable instance of discriminatory mistreatment and consumer racial profiling. The treatment of Gibson, Mora, and Hernandez by the Home Depot was humiliating and demeaning.